Now, I can assure you that literally every single solitary content creator on planet Earth is creating a video right now about how Logan Paul and KSI had a draw on their big boxing match just today on August 25th. That's great, that's great and all, but I want to look at this fight in a different light. What I believe is even more interesting than the fight itself is just how these two parties promoted this YouTube event. Firstly, I think the biggest and most important reason why this fight is just so widespread and known about all over the world is just how the internet reacted to these two polar opposite internet celebrities, internet sensations, whatever you want to call them, pairing up in the boxing ring. When KSI called Logan Paul out after the Joe Weller fight, he was our hero. With this all happening right after the whole Suicide Forest controversy in Japan that happened earlier this year, everyone hated Logan Paul, and we were all kind of living vicariously through KSI so that he could punch Logan Paul in the face for all of us. And with everyone rallying behind KSI, the wave of KSI versus Logan Paul videos were released on YouTube, and that just blew up the whole fight even more. Whether those videos were reaction videos reacting to the diss tracks that both parties had created days before and leading up to the fight, or if they were just predicting who would win the KSI-Logan Paul fight, there was always a video being created on these two celebrities, and intentionally or not, they were all promoting this big fight on August 25th. Honestly, the only other boxing match in recent years that has had this much hype surrounding it was the Conor McGregor-Floyd Mayweather boxing match that happened just last year on August 26, 2017. And I don't think it was a coincidence that Logan Paul and KSI decided to fight on August 25th, 2018, literally a year after the whole Conor McGregor-Floyd Mayweather fight. Like, does anyone else think it's really funny that we're living in the world where two YouTube content creators boxing can pretty much just outperform the hype train of two professional boxers? That's kind of insane. And it just proves that now YouTube content creators are getting to the point where they're becoming more mainstream. Business-wise, even though these two are idiots on camera, in real life, they're actually really smart. The KSI Logan Paul fight was a pay-per-view event, and you either needed to pay-per-view it on YouTube or on the official KSI versus Logan Paul fight page. And both of those were priced at $10. And then in the days leading up to the fight, both KSI and Logan Paul dropped diss tracks on each other, and I think the diss track should have been left in 2016, but I can't just sit here and not admit that they didn't help the publicity and the sales of the whole KSI Logan Paul fight. Now, I truly believe that both KSI and Logan Paul won this fight. I mean, they both made a crap load of money, they both boosted their publicity and boosted their egos, and even though one outfought the other in the ring, I really don't think that matters. But the person that I think won the whole KSI Logan Paul fight in general, weirdly, is True Geordie. The commentator, the moderator, the man, True Geordie, I think actually won the whole KSI Logan Paul fight, even though he wasn't fighting in the ring. With True Geordie being the main commentator of the press conferences and him literally being the one that reminded KSI to call out Logan Paul, this dude has blown up his channel over the past few months. And I truly believe that True Geordie has taken this opportunity of the whole KSI Logan Paul fight to show the world who he really is. Like, to me, I think he's a great podcaster, and I wouldn't have known who he was without this fight happening. True Geordie did a one-on-one with Logan Paul, and dare I say, it was so much better than Casey Neistat's. And Casey's great and all, but he's just not nearly as good as True Geordie was interviewing Logan Paul. And then days before the fight as well, True Geordie comes out with a mobile game called BoxTuber. Now, BoxTuber is an app where you can become a YouTuber to box other content creators, which sounds like a really stupid idea, but it is blowing up right now. True Geordie, if you're watching this, dude, you're freaking killing it. Even though it's not your fight, you're shifting the spotlight on you, and that's what matters. Dude, you're killing it. Keep it up. Okay, back to the video. Now, the implications of this fight is literally going to be insane. YouTube has been trying for years and years and years and years and years and years to become mainstream, and now, for better or for worse, KSI and Logan Paul are the forefront of YouTube's mainstream side. And now with the rematch, everything that this fight did for YouTube is gonna be quadrupled. Personally, the entire event went way different and way better than I expected it to go, and I think this is going to mark the shift in how often we see these big YouTuber events. Dude, I just can't believe it was a draw. Going into the fight, I didn't really know who was gonna win. Part of me thought that KSI would win, part of me thought that Logan would win, and it was just like, I couldn't make a decision, but I never thought, it never crossed my mind that there might be a draw. I mean, it should have crossed my mind, I just don't understand why it didn't. I guess I just was like, it's a YouTuber fight, it's not gonna become a draw, it's not that serious. It's that serious. Just that we're on a point where a YouTuber boxing match can happen and then there's a rematch after it is insane in itself. And just the whole boxing thing in general is doing so much for the YouTube platform becoming mainstream. Now, I obviously cannot predict exactly how YouTube will pivot over time as it becomes more mainstream, and I can't say how the rematch will come about, but what I will say is that I'm very curious to see how KSI, Logan Paul, and all the different pieces in the YouTuber boxing match puzzle pivots as the inevitable rematch comes about. And honestly, I'm just really curious to see how these different boxing matches affect YouTube as a platform as a whole, and also how it affects the creators on the YouTube platform. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the whole KSI and Logan Paul fight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I just think it's crazy that we're living in the world where two YouTube content creators can go head and head and have the same hype train behind them as the whole Conor McGregor Floyd Mayweather fight, which literally blew up and broke so many records last year. It's literally insane. We just live in a crazy and amazing world where YouTube content creators have the same punching power as the big guns, the big actors, the big directors, the big filmmakers, the big boxers, since we're talking about boxing. It's crazy that we live in a world where YouTubers have the same punching power. It's amazing, it's great, it's awesome, and it only took us 15 years. That sucks.